That's unbelievable. Everyone in this room needs to have some of that one. Oh my God.
Hey Matadors, my name is Michael Tejax, and this is Spicy Questions with Associated Students. And our first guest, and possibly our only guest, President Moshtael.
Hello, my name is Shayan Moshtael. Thank you for Spicy Questions with AS.
So we're gonna be asking you some questions, we have some hot sauces here, so, with each question, it'll get spicier.
Okay, yeah.
So, would you like to begin?
Sure, yes.
We'll just go with plain,
Okay.
Plain one.
Just the chicken.
Yeah, just chicken. Shayan, why did you decide to become president of Associated Students?
Well, yeah, so I used to work at the CSUN call center. If we're going really far back in my freshman year, I worked at the CSUN call center, and a bunch of people in the call center also worked in student government. So I was like, hey, I should give this student government thing a try. Because I was like, I'm not really about the left versus right politics. I'm more about like cool ideas. And I'm like, let me go in there and do some cool ideas. So then the pandemic started, and I was the assistant chair of clubs and orgs, and then the chair of clubs and orgs. And then I was asked to run with a slate. I was told I can be the chair of clubs and orgs and run as a senator at the same time. This was not true. I was told a lie. And then the election happened, and I was like, wow, it'd be really funny if I tried to be president. And then I was like, wow, that'd be so funny, but the only thing funnier than thinking about it is like actually doing it. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I gotta do that now. And then over the course of the year, I kind of started to take the idea more seriously as well, and I'm like, yeah, I think if anyone around here is cut out for that, I think I'm cut out for it. So that's why I ran for president.
Yeah, no, definitely. You've had a really great and successful term so far. You've been doing a lot of amazing projects since the beginning of last year. So if you'd like, we can start off with some of the sauces.
That would be great.
The first one is gonna be the Matador soul sauce that you can get here at CSUN. So why don't we dip our chicken?
Okay, let's dip our chicken. I got a good dip in there.
Gotta dip it up real good.
Mm-hmm.
So, as president, you are aware of a lot of things that are happening on campus, right? Students come up to you all the time. What do you think is the biggest problem that the student body is currently facing?
That's a really good question. I don't know if I could say there's one biggest problem, but I know like a few of the recurring issues, and some of them have gotten better over the course of the year, is they're saying like student engagement. Like coming back from the pandemic, things are a lot more overwhelming, and it's been hard to get students more engaged. I believe that this has kind of slowly been rectifying itself over the course of the year. Another thing that's been consistently a problem is academic advisement. And I'm also really glad to say that this is something that's improved too. We meet with the provost regularly and the vice provost as well, and they've informed us like after our year's worth of feedback in terms of academic advisement, they're hiring like 20 more advisors. So there's going to be a much better advisor to student ratio in terms of academic advisement. So there's a lot of great stuff happening in that regard as well. Another big one perhaps, well this is maybe more of an issue across the CSU and maybe not an issue that a student thinks about, but it sounds like low enrollment is something that's a pretty big deal. Enrollment numbers are down, but this is something that's being rectified as well. CSUN is almost back to its usual enrollment as well. So we do have a few fairly large issues, but it's also good to know that these are being rectified, whether it's on a university level, a CSU-wide level, or something that student government is doing.
Yeah, definitely. So let's kick it up a notch and have some mule sauce.
Okay.
So, Shayan.
Yes.
As we know, currently Associated Students has a $10 million budget, right?
11 million. Now.
11 million.
11
wow.
million.
What type of project or what type of event would you put on if you had an unlimited budget?
An unlimited budget? Okay. The weekend is coming for Big Show. We're going to have the weekend. Well, unlimited budget is like infinite money, right? So then I would also give myself like a crazy raise. I'd give myself millions of dollars, but not billions, because I still need to have like a little bit of challenge in life. And then if the budget is like that unlimited, then we just give all the students like a ton of money. Mm-hmm. So maybe an unlimited budget isn't such a good idea, because then you could just do anything.
You don't get a million, right?
No, I don't get a million.
No?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, unfortunately.
Okay.
Or fortunately. Very fortunately, probably, I don't get a million.
Let's give another Matador sauce a try.
Okay.
The next sauce.
Oh, exciting.
So, Cheyenne, as you know, like Associated Students is the primary advocate for
Yes.
students here on campus, right? You're in meetings with like an admin such as the provost, the Dr. Watkins, President Beck, right? So, what would you say is like the most interesting part of like those meetings, or like just any aspect of the job?
Well, there's so many aspects to the job. It's so much stuff that even working last year in student government, I didn't get to see. There's like these super large scale events that you get invited to, and it's like really awesome to go to these events, and like I kind of pretend like I'm James Bond and I'm like shaken, not stirred, or like whatever. But those are really cool to go to. There's meetings of all kinds. And it's also, I'd say maybe one of my favorite parts is just hanging around in the office and just spending time with you all, going to the different departments like marketing, like to bother marketing a lot. I like to check in on the troops, as they say. I like to, it's like, I joke about being the CEO of the organization, and it is, I would say it is kind of funny because I'm like a 21-year-old dude and I should not be the CEO of an organization. But sometimes you remember, like, no, there is stuff that you do as CEO. There's meaningful changes you make on an organizational level, and it's important to show your face around the organization as well, I believe. So I try to stop by. Some of the departments are a little further away, so I stop by a little less. Sorry.
Has there ever been like a challenging time, specifically like you're the only student in the meeting?
Oh, 100%. There's been multiple times where I'm the only student in the meeting, but that isn't to say where my statements are not taken seriously. And I think in those instances, sometimes they take your statements even more seriously. Like I can say on the Matacard committee meeting, it's coming. On the Matacard meetings, they were talking about like, oh, well, students are gonna get confused on how Matacard works, so we should delay it an extra semester and just wait until next fall semester to release Matacard. And I was like the only student in that meeting. I'm like, well, as a student, I don't think so. I think we could launch Matacard right now, and students would be able to start using it and be great. And then they took that feedback into account, and that's why we have Matacard now, and versus in another 6 months.
Okay, let's change it up a little bit, right? Let's get some habanero in here,
Oh, wow.
and then let me ask you a bit of personal questions, if that's okay with you.
That's okay.
Sick. Also, I think dabbing might be a little, why don't you just
Oh wow. Okay.
pour it over?
This is the fourth one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just pour it over.
Yeah, just pour it over. Let's get
That's
get real spicy
like
up
the
here.
whole thing, or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is spicy questions
Wow.
with AS.
Okay.
So, you always say that you admire Conan a lot. You say that he is your inspiration, you enjoy his comedy. What do you admire about him specifically?
I admire his lanky height and his red, awkward orange hair. No, I think he's a great comedic personality. I think a lot of his skits and stunts are. This one's a lot spicier than the other ones. I think he's got.
There's some water right now.
No. There's some water for you. It looks like you need some. I think he does like a lot of like everything he does. He's like super charming. If he's by himself, he can tell great jokes. When he does the interviews with a guest, those are hilarious. And he always knows how to play off his guest really well. Like he knows if he should be self-deprecating or he's like totally cool making fun of the guest sometimes. Just any scenario he's in, it's really funny. And the remote segments are great. And I think he's also just some of the remote things that he does too are really good. Like when he goes like with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart somewhere, or he goes to the spa, and I'm like, man, this is just hilarious. And like over the pandemic, I'd sit down for lunch with my little brother and my mom, and we just watch like bits of Conan, and it'd be great.
Yeah.
I think like everything he does is super funny. I have a deep admiration for him as like a host and just oh, there you go. Be careful.
No, you got me cured
Just
up.
like, wow.
That was a beautiful answer.
Thank you. Yeah, I aspire to do something to the effect that he does. I think that'd be great.
Yeah. All right.
Good
Oh,
looking piece of
you know
shit.
what? Let's try the classic. Okay, so you say all the time that you don't want to become a lawyer and that you
I don't say
like
that.
the
Well, I don't say that. For any
you-
law schools watching, I do not say that.
that you don't like the legal profession by any means,
I didn't say that either.
and that you would rather be a a talk show host, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So currently, there's a lot of people who want to be talk show hosts and who have like a bunch of talk shows, right? So let me ask you, right? With the plethora of talk shows that are there, right? How would you make yours different? And how would you ensure that it doesn't get canceled after one episode, or that you don't get canceled after one episode?
That's a great question. Well, I don't think I should try to not get canceled, because I think sometimes you got to take a risk and tell a joke if you think it's a funny joke. And there's been many times where someone has been scared of me telling a joke, and then I tell it, and it's like the most well-received joke out of all of them. Like I remember last year, I went to go do stand-up, and my boss was with me, and then I'm like, hey, I'm gonna tell this joke, and he's like, don't tell that joke, and I'm like, why, dude? They're gonna love it. And he's like, okay, just be careful. And I'm like, okay, then I'll prepare like 20 other jokes to tell that are a lot more like family friendly, but I'll tell that one, and if that one doesn't go well, I'll tell all the other ones. Mm-hmm. So then I tell that joke. That was the only funny joke I told that night. And that was the only one that they laughed at. And I'm like, oh, disappointing. And sometimes you take the risk and it doesn't pan out, and that's okay. Like 2 weeks ago, I told jokes for like all the CSU student governments, and that was just the worst experience. They didn't laugh at a single thing. They laughed at how much people didn't laugh. So that was pretty awkward. But I don't think I should be afraid of like getting canceled. Mm-hmm. But hopefully the show doesn't get canceled. I don't know how I'd be different. I think you just gotta like really utilize your own personality and your own character, and I think that's what Conan O'Brien really does. And I think, like, not to knock on some of the other ones, but like Jimmy Kimmel, for example, I don't think he does that so much. He's a much more muted person. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Fallon does a lot of the laughing, and he's got a lot more of the fun games, I think, Jimmy Fallon. But Conan, hands down, the best. And the political talk shows are pretty good too, some of them. Yeah. But it's usually a combination of like, it's got to be really good writing, really good pacing, and just a good personality that you want to watch and follow.
Okay, but like, how would you make, like, what type of show would it be? Would it be a political? Would it be just like celebrity? Like,
it would be like, why not all of the above? Why can't I do multiple things? Why can't I tell a few of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that? I think that'd be good. We could like, I like how, well, to go back to Conan, I think one of the best stuff he does is like, he'll just go to the spa and then just come up with like great scenarios at the spa, and like, I think that'd be great to just do the common things that people do every day and just make light of it. I think going to this, I've never been to the spa, but my ears are getting very warm.
It's hitting, isn't it?
This one isn't so bad, I don't think. But
No?
this is an odd sensation. Excellent.
Let's go for another one. So to take it back a little bit, I know that you posted a lot of like videos on YouTube and stuff like that. Actually, while our research team was going across your videos, we found we found a parody that you made of Toto's Africa.
Okay.
And named it America.
Yes.
Do you think you could give us, a little bit of a song and just also tell us about the inspiration?
Oh man. Okay, so that was like, that video was like, in high school I had a lot of video projects. That one was like, make a music video about the Constitution. And I was like, oh, Africa by Toto? We could just make it America by Shayan. That's the perfect solution. And so we just like redid all the all the amendments, the Bill of Rights, just did the Bill of Rights in song form. And it wasn't that funny. It was it was pretty cringe, actually. It was a pretty cringe nene baby of me. But I think I did some neat I made some neat directorial choices in that video that really worked out.
Yeah. Could you give us a rendition of this song for me?
I don't think I showed.
Come on. Come on.
I don't even remember the lines. It's like, America. No, hold on. I don't even remember the Africa song anymore. I bless the rights in America. I bless the rights down in America. It's really cringe.
Come on, no, you're doing a great job.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. Don't worry.
I don't. First Amendment's gonna cover your freedom of speech.
Dude.
I think in the video I eat chicken too, so maybe.
Yeah.
So that's my rendition.
All right, nice. you're also known to make posters and stuff like that, right? So we actually found a poster in the office sometime earlier this year.
Okay.
Could you explain to us, like, you know, the inspiration about this, as well as can you give like a brief description? No, can you tell us like a deep story about what you have with each person here in the poster?
Yeah. Okay. So.
We can start off with you.
Okay. So. Well, this is like the poster for the movie Baby Driver, and I would edit movie posters sometimes, and just put pictures of my friends on there. So that's me as Baby from Baby Driver, because I'm the main character all the time, and I think I'm like really awesome. So I have to be the main character. You're on there.
Oh wait.
Oh, that's not you, but yeah, that was our old boss, last year's student body president, Jonathan Hay. So I just had that photo on my phone, and I'm like, I just photoshopped his face on there. So he's Kevin Spacey in that one.
Yeah.
That's you. You're Jamie Foxx. So that's probably my worst Photoshop job because the neck is going over his fingers. But yeah.
This person.
So that's last year's Chief Justice. That's Marissa Mendoza. I remember texting her. And being like, "Hey Marissa, I'm doing like a poster thing. Do you want to be on it?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." And I'm like, "Send me a picture of yourself." And then she did. And then no further questions. I just put her on there, and she really enjoyed it.
Nice.
But that's the poster. So it came out pretty well. I think it's a pretty funny poster.
Cool.
I think it's pretty good still.
Cool.
But John Hamm is just John Hamm. We thought John Hamm should stay John Hamm.
No, yeah, John Hamm's a great actor.
Excellent.
Cool.
Yeah,
so
John Hamm's great.
let's try the bomb.
I feel like I need water before this one.
Really? Go for it. Take some.
This is scary.
Here, just pour it over like.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is like a big thing to pour over too.
Yeah.
This is like some crazy concoction you're making. Or I guess I'm making too.
So.
Okay, excellent. Oh no.
Here.
This is like red. This is like, it didn't look this red. I don't know if it's like visible, but this is like very, it looks like something that, no, I'm not gonna make that joke. No, this doesn't look healthy. My mom was right.
So, cheers.
Cheers. Daniel, this is horrible. You should ask your question before you can't talk anymore.
So that was the bomb, everyone. It's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad.
Mr. Big Shot doesn't think it's that bad.
So,
You think you're so cool because it's not that bad, huh?
so since you're a senior, what are your plans after graduation?
So I applied to law schools last semester. Wow. Oh my god.
Cheers.
No, you can have some. Oh my god, no, yeah, I can have some too. So I applied to law schools last semester. And I'm starting to hear back from them. Right now, I'm trying to become a lawyer like Saul Goodman. Better call Saul. Wow. Dude, I'm taking my jacket off. That's unbelievable. Everyone in this room needs to have some of that one. Oh my god. This is top 3 worst days of the year.
Oh. So how's the law school search going?
You need a... Don't say that on camera. Don't do that. I'm starting to hear back from one of them. From some of them. I'm hoping to hear back from a few more. Oh my god. I didn't expect it to be like this. I got accepted to the University of San Diego.
Can we get some lemonade?
I would love some lemon. Can I spit my mouth out? There's water all over you. I got waitlisted from a school. Bro, you look like a Gatorade commercial right now. You're like LeBron James advertising the thing. Oh my god.
Let's just do the next one.
Okay. Why did I do that? Why did I just have more? Wow. So we're having the next one?
Yeah. Woo! I'll just take a dab.
You dropped that. You should pick that back. No, I'm doing the full thing. I'm full sending.
Wow.
Oh my god.
You're a trooper.
I haven't cried this much since April 25th at 4:30 p.m.
You want to talk about that?
No.
It went down. I'm not gonna lie. It went down for me.
No.
So, what are your future plans right now as AS president? You have a couple more weeks left.
Dude, yeah. I'm trying to... Next week we're going to meet with and in a few weeks we're going to meet with the CSUN architect to talk to him about maybe ways we can make the campus more accessible. Because I recently injured my leg, so I've been crutching around everywhere. But it's okay because now I have the biceps of a god. So it's all about the trade-offs. So we're gonna meet with him and see what we can do there. We're trying to get money to families, student families of the UVA. Wow, this one's really burning too. Golly gee willikers. Oh my god. Is there anyone like you hate in this room right now? Maybe you should have them just like drink this one. And then, what else are we? We're trying to work with the Maryland Magaram Center. They have a bunch of events coming up. We have a bunch of awesome events coming up. Big shows coming up. That's super exciting. Whoa.
DEI week is also coming up.
DEI
March
week. DEI week.
27th. Make sure to come by. We're gonna have 10 France over there, so make sure to come by.
Hey,
It's
you
gonna be
asked
a
me the
great time.
question. Why are you talking? Yeah. Elections are coming up, so make sure to vote in the elections. Well, a lot of candidates this year. Not like last year. That was a dictatorship. That was like what's going on in North Korea. That's what I did last year. Yeah. So it's about a month or two left, but still a lot going on.
Sure.
Excellent.
So thank you for doing spicy questions with AS. We hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed it, and you can come back soon
Where am I gonna come back to?
to this show.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I had a great time. No, wait. I bless the rights down in America. Gonna take some time to write the bills we never had.